So today we're going to talk about meetings. Yay! Yeah, I know, right? Most people don't like attending meetings. Did you know that most people would rather have to go to the dentist than to attend a bad meeting? Did you know that more than 60% of those who have been surveyed about meetings, they say that meetings are just a disruption to their day and to work that needs to actually get done? Did you know that almost half of the survey respondents felt like they never leave the meeting with a clear understanding of next steps? So today, I'm going to give you a few tips about how to have better meetings. I've given a few other tips and videos that I have, but it's more from a project management standpoint. But what if you're not a project manager? In this day and age, we are faced with having more and more meetings.
The following tips will help you no matter whether you are the meeting facilitator or an attendant. I have broken down the tips into 3 categories: before, during, and after the meeting. Before the meeting, you want to set an objective for the meeting. What do you actually want to get out of the meeting? Then next, you want to develop your agenda. The agenda should have 3 to 5 topics for discussion. The topics for discussion should line up to the objective. And the 3 to 5 topics for discussion also depend on the amount of time that you have for the meeting. Pre-work. Are there any assignments or anything that you can do prior to the meeting to help make the meeting more successful? For example, if you need a report or for someone to bring data to a meeting or even to have a speaker in the meeting, you want to call that out in the agenda. Once you've decided all of these items, then you want to send the agenda with the meeting notice. You want to send the meeting agenda at least 2 days prior to the meeting. During the meeting. When you first start the meeting, you want to review the agenda. This will help you to set expectations. Then you want to review any meeting rules that you may have. For example, no cell phones, no being on the computer, we will not talk over each other. And not only do you want to review them, it also helps if you have them posted in the room. You also want to manage conflict during the meeting. If you notice, sometimes people may get quiet, or you may have, I kind of call them the bully in the room. You want to make sure that you address that to help keep everything on track and to make sure that everyone is participating. Take notes. For each item on the agenda, you'll want to have the discussion topic and what was discussed. And if necessary, use the parking lot. Sometimes meetings go off track because discussions kind of start to run wild. So you want to use your parking lot for items that are not on the agenda. I understand sometimes things come up that may need to be discussed, but it's also okay to put those on the parking lot and add them to the agenda for the next meeting. Before the meeting ends, you'll want to review any action items. You'll want to make sure that the action items have been assigned to an individual and that there is a delivery date that is agreed upon. After the meeting. After the meeting, you'll want to send the meeting notes and action items to all meeting attendees within 2 days of the meeting. In addition to that, how do you get better? You can evaluate the meeting. You can have a meeting evaluation after the meeting immediately inside the meeting room, or you can also send a short evaluation as a survey in order to get feedback on how the meeting went, and that's what will help you to get better in future meetings. So what if you are not the meeting facilitator? What can you do to help support the meeting? First, If there's no agenda for the meeting, you can ask for one, or you can help the facilitator develop one. Second, you can arrive to the meeting on time. Most complaints about meeting disruptors are from people attending late or small talk during the meeting. The third thing that you can do is to participate. The fourth is to conduct yourself accordingly and manage your neighbor. So for example, if your neighbor starts talking to you, asking questions or small talk, or things that are not related to the meeting basically, you can just ask them, hey, can we chat later? Or can we chat after the meeting? And that way you'll help keep things on track and pay attention and know what's going on. The fifth thing that you can do is follow through on action items. Thank you for watching today. Please let us know if you have any further questions or if you have other tips that you'd like to share.